Hi everyone, this is Ruby from the Useful Journal. Now I thought I would try something a bit different this month. I'm going to show you a bit more of my process and how I come up with my ideas and how I test things, because I'm doing something a little bit experimental this month, and so yeah, I thought it would be good to show you. So I'm using a base theme of music, and that means that I've got a stamp with music notes on it, and I got this book from a charity shop, just an old book, very old, something I wouldn't really want to read or sing, not really into madrigals. So, but what it does have is pages of music inside. So the idea is, and I don't know if this is going to work, so who knows, but the idea is that I will stamp the music on the page or use a piece of torn music on the page. And what I want to do is have people stepping up the notes. It might be painted, it might be stickers. I've got lots of mini stickers that I want to put in between the notes. So I have no idea if this is going to work. So let's see how we go. Wish me luck. So I'm going to try the stamp first. This is a test run in my just test run book that I've done a bit of scribbling in, but I use it to test out ideas for themes. So I'm going to try the stamp first. Now, because I want to use watercolor paint on it, I do need to try and get something waterproof. So I have an archival ink here. Problem with archival ink is it does tend to go through the page. Now I don't want to get the full, I want it to look kind of rough, so I'll just stamp some of it. And probably don't want it that dark, I suppose. Let's see how this looks. I think I'll do it straight. Yeah, okay, I need to press harder, go through my paper, but okay, so I can get a reasonable impression. Now I want to dry that, and while I'm here I will also have a little tester for the paper version. I'm just roughing the edge a bit. Right, I'm gonna, oh, I could do a combination of the stamp and the paper. So stick this down. I'm just letting the ink dry, because obviously adding watercolor means that it's immediately going to start. And the other thing I don't know is how the watercolor is going to be on this paper from the music book. I've got my watercolors here, but I could also try my gouache or and if at the least I could use acrylic. So this is very experimental and could be an absolute disaster. I'm going to go with painting first. The stickers are the final option, and I'd like to do some with stickers anyway, just because I've got them and they're fun, but I thought I'd try painting just to see how it goes. Okay, so it does need to be very concentrated paint to show up on this paper. Well, what I'm learning is that watercolor is fine. The ink is holding. It has gone through the page, so I might be better to just do an ink background that doesn't have painting on it, and that way I can just use my Tombow markers, for instance, to colour in. So I could just get a Tombow marker and just colour in a bit of music. Not very good for the marker, but that way, oh, there's still ink on that, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you do that. If I'm not painting, then I don't have to worry about the water. I'll get the rest of that ink off. I don't have to worry about the water blurring the lines, so I can do that and then just do the main work on the paper, which actually looks better anyway, I think, the colour against that darker background. But I do like the idea of putting the stamping behind the paper just as a bit of a backdrop. Alright, I love these ones too. So this is from Linu's Pots, and I possibly am saying that wrong. She's from Switzerland, and she does these beautiful little planner stickers. I often find it hard to use small stickers because I tend to work larger scale. I'm not working at a planner scale, but they're almost too big, which is ironic because they're pretty small. Maybe these are better scale. Even they're getting quite big. I think I like it. Hey, I love it when things work out. So I'm going to move on to my actual journal. As usual, I'm running very late, so what we have here is only a couple of days left in April, my April journal. Now, this is also not really a 2-page title page idea, so it's going to be more of a 1-pager. So I will leave that one. I'll put something else on there, like a quote or something. Now that looks quite nice. I will put a little bit of stamping behind it. I won't do it in black. I need something really bright and colourful. I'll go for the pink. Although I've just done a camping thing with bicycles. Oh dear. Problems, problems. Why is it so hard? Okay. Now, see, this is the scary thing, because you're like, yes, I know what I'm doing. But then you go, maybe I don't. Got too many Tombos to choose from. I could go for an, like, I think that's an avocado type green. Oh, that's more avocado, that's more olive. I use Tombos quite a lot on my stamps because they work quite. Oh dear, that is not working well on that paper. Let's try again with the other one. Deary me. Come on, work for me. Oh God, all over that. Deary me. Okay. Not the best stamp in the world, and I've now buggered up that. That's annoying. Ha. That's acrylic, and the stamp is a water Tombow, so it'll be wash off. Well, let's see. Ha ha ha. There we go. I think the darker colour was better. That's this one. Okay. Quite watery. Okay. We're going to, okay, I hate this. It's always nerve-wracking. What if it doesn't work? Alright. Okay, put it on an angle. Oops. Do it that way because the paper goes the other way. You know what? I'll take it off the block and maybe I will get the ability to press it down a bit better. It's a bit blurry, but it might be okay. Do I want that? Does it add anything? Too late now. Alright. I'm going to do a lighter one. Alright, this is coming out on the bottom side. Definitely getting a better impression with my fingers, which is annoying. I'd rather use the block. Okay. Oh look, it'll do. Now what I haven't thought about, of course, is lettering. How do I want to do my lettering? Alright, since I am already using stamps and Tombows, I will just use this. Save me time on the lettering. And it's May, so all I need is M, A, and why. Always feels like a bit of a cop-out doing stamps for my lettering, but it will save me a lot of time. What colour is my theme going to be? See, this is the other question. I've kind of got all sorts of colours here, so maybe there is no theme colour. Oh, they're cute. Maybe I should use them on the front cover. I really like those ones on the beach. I did greeny sort of colours last month, so it'd be nice to do something a bit different. It's not winter yet. It is autumn here. Maybe it's autumn. I go with autumn colours. Maybe that's what I need to do. It's my sticker collection. There it is. So these might be perfect because they're so tiny. So I'll keep these ones handy too. Oh, it's a bummer. I come up with a theme thinking I'm going to use up a certain thing, and then just things happen and I change, because they are the perfect size. I won't use them for the front cover though. So I'm going to stick this on. The other thing I could do with these to make them stand out more is actually stamp them onto a different paper and then stick the paper on. Not stamp them directly into my journal, because I'm just worried that because they're just stamped, they're not really going to stand out a lot and they might be a bit lost in the page. We'll see. But we're going with an autumny type theme. I like this blue and orange actually. Maybe I'll go with this blue and orange theme. I've got these ones which are kind of blue and orange as well. Sorry green stickers, you are out, which means I shouldn't have done the green. Probably means that I want to do a bluey. This is only for the cover. I won't put it on a background paper for the other. Let's just see. This is from a pack of squares. So I've got a whole box of squares. Hope this is interesting for you. It's often you see online, you see perfect renditions because people have worked out all the kinks and you're not seeing what it actually took them to get that process. Now, do we like that better? Pop in your thoughts in the comments too, because, oh, where did that go? For American audience, I am Australian, so we have autumn, we don't have fall. So that's why I'm calling it autumn, and that's why it is autumn here, because I know it's spring over there. So do we like that, or do we like the random? I actually think I like this better. A lot of people are very controlled about how they do things. I am super organic. I'm like, yep, that's what I feel like doing today. So I'll stick those on, but I'll stick them on later. So at least I've got my lettering done. That's good. Now, stickers. So we've got this. We're just doing stickers. How easy is this? So I don't even need all these paints. Hello. So my other camera ran out of battery, so I'm just working with this one for a minute. And while I was thinking, while my camera was charging, my other one, and then I decided to use this one, that I actually don't like it with the stickers. I'm going to go back to my watercolor idea because I did like, unfortunately, they seem to be peeling off, which is good. I might use them on my dailies or something, maybe, I'll see. But I just didn't like the way it was all put together on that. They're just too big and it wasn't really the look I was going for. See, they are peeling off quite nicely. And I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with these letters either. I'm not sure if that was the right choice. Maybe up the top. Yeah, just not super feeling the love. So here's my traveller's case, it's a bit easier. This is my little set that I use outside. I really am not in love with these, so I'm going to reject that. But it may be that I just do a nice bright stamp properly or not. It's very wet, but we'll see. Ooh, that's quite cool. I do like that, and that will stand out. I'll just wash that off. Ah, see, look, this is why my pages never look completely beautiful, because I am too experimental, just mucking around going, let's try that, it'll work. I do like a tree. I am going to add a tree because I don't like things not having trees. I'm just going to... So in Australia, most of our trees, the native trees, most of them don't lose leaves. It's a very Northern Hemisphere thing to do. I'm going to make this quite olive. It's a great little... So this was actually... I love this little container for my working with paints outside. It's actually... there we go. That's a good Australian colour. Oh, that's what I was talking about. This container... So it's for painting outside, and basically it's from fake nails, because I'm a terrible nail biter, and so occasionally I will wear fake nails. And yeah, it came with like all the different sizes in different compartments. So, and it's turned out that it is an awesome little paint container for when I'm outside, which I love. I kind of like this. The music notes definitely make a difference, and I like that I've added the trees. That worked. Happy with that. So this is also an important part of my theme each month, is choosing the ink colour, and I am going to pull out my... Look, I could just write in red, but I don't think I'd enjoy writing in red. So this is my swatch journal. I'll go to my... Where's my fountain pens? There we go. So I think that was what was in there, that kind of pinky red, which isn't going to work. I could write in this orange, I suppose. That might look kind of cool. Yeah, I haven't used this one before, so that's not bad. Always messy. So push that in. Okay, now it's secure. Let's check there's no other stuff here. Good. Put the lid on before I spill it. Okay, looks like I am writing in orange this month. Not quite exactly how I thought it would turn out, but I actually quite like it. Yep, I'll keep those two out and use those potentially. I could well end up not using any of these, but as you know, I do like to use stickers a few ways. So I use stickers. I've got stickers in my exercise tracker, days that I do exercise, and I've also got stickers, big stickers, but I've got stickers on my dailies. I actually really like this layout that I've been doing, so I think I will stick with that. So that's all dry now. So I think the idea will be that I'll have music kind of maybe around the edges, and then I've got my trackers and my dailies. So a bit of work to do yet, but that is the direction I am taking this month. Well, everyone, I hope that was interesting for you. Leave comments if you have some thoughts or you preferred something that I did that I ended up rejecting. And I will get the rest of the theme to you shortly once I've done my monthly and trackers and daily setup. So I will have that out for you soon. Please subscribe and I'll see you again soon. Bye.